Welcome to Tales from the Tab. My name is Frankie, and this is my co-host,
Stan the Man.
And we are excited to talk to you about all of a hodgepodge of things that are happening right now in the card game and Magic community, according to the internet.
All right, don't hype it up that much. I don't remember what all we're going to talk
about. Magic is on fire. Everything is terrible. Everything is cringe.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Speaking of that, since we're jumping into it, I know you put VV here, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we already talked about VV last time. I really don't want to fucking talk about VV anymore.
Well, we didn't talk. We talked about it in the sense of like, I remember being like, oh, I don't think it's that bad.
Well, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. And then I like went to an RCQ and like watched an opponent like just top deck single creature, Agatha's, cast stock up, and then like have 6 cards in hand and like got way ahead of me when I was controlling the whole game. So that felt really bad.
That's funny. Then I think for people that don't realize how broken the deck is, what I like for example, like what you said was basically dice to removal or whatever. Not to oversimplify. A lot of people will be like, I can just kill the VV. And I'm like, yeah. And then you put it exactly where they want. Like, every time somebody's like, just kill the VV. I'm like judging the RCQ. I'm like, yep, right where they fucking want it, buddy. But yeah, I think what would really solidify it for me if I was like a new player that was just looking at the format now is the fact that if you have multiple VVs exiled, you can just do more than one VV activation because they're not like actually becoming VV. They're gaining the ability.
Right, of course.
So they can just keep gaining the same ability. And so it's like VV1, VV2 on the same creature or whatever.
The ability can be activated twice?
I believe so. If like you have two VVs exiled. Because it's like gain this ability. If I'm not mistaken, because I'm pretty sure I was watching people with RCQ do like multiple activations, but like the fact that you have that in combination with like Winter Night Stories, you're like draw a bunch of cards. Oh, I have infinite mana, basically.
I just know that like any card that has a counter on it can do that thing. So, like, if you have, like, a Mako, it's like, cool, now my Mako is also, like, got the VV thing. Like, even if I haven't put a counter on it with Agatha's,
it's got a counter. I believe the way it's worded is, I could be wrong, so check me if I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure the way it's worded, and this is what I'm pretty sure I was seeing at the RCQ, although I was juggling a lot since I was running it with just Alex. Todd was at a birthday party, so it's just me. So I might have been mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Agatha's, when you exile more than one VV, you're giving the creature that same ability. It's not going like, I am VV. It's going like, gains abilities of all the exiled cards. And that
if you gain it twice, that is even crazy.
Yeah, so like, I'm just watching people play, and I'm just like, damn, this is fucking awesome. Like, I still think the deck is really cool. I just wish they had like the presence of mind, like we talked about last time, which, like I said, not to reiterate too much, but They should have already have banned Agatha's as the 8th ban with the first wave. We knew this deck was going to be crazy. VV was already a highly prolific card going into like the Pro Tour that got like 7 cards banned. And like for the cards that they banned, like This Town, which I think was probably one of the stronger bans, like This Town Ain't Big Enough was like top 3 of the ban problem cards for me. Because like it's pseudo banned like half the format. Like people were still complaining about Shieldred, even though she was unplayable because of This Town. Unholy Annex is now finally seeing play because This Town is banned. And they were like, oh yeah, we're going to ban this because it's not really that fun. And it kind of loops with Storm Chasers. So it's kind of cringe. It's like, what the?
But no, this card.
It should be you're banning this card because it's fucking broken. You know what I mean? And that's the same way I felt about Agatha's. I was like telling people, I was like, dude, Agatha's is only $20. You should be picking this card up. Like it's so broken. And then we knew VV was already a good deck, like I said before. And Fred and I were talking, we're like, the deck itself was just putting up really good numbers, not even doing like the Corey Steele plan. And then like you ban all that stuff. It's like clearly the best option. So I feel like they could have easily banned Agatha's Soul Cauldron, left us with just the Is It VV Prowess deck that's not like as oppressive. Because like I think it's like what 25-30% of the meta is VV, but like 7% is the like weaker version that doesn't play Agatha's.
7% is the weaker version. And they play 1, and that deck that I faced that too, and I lost due to their one Agatha's in deck doing the same thing. And I was like, oh.
I was listening to Sudeep talk actually, and I'm pretty sure he was saying people were cutting Agatha's so that, or no, sorry, that's not what it was. They were cutting, some of the decks were cutting a number of VVs so that if their opponent got the Agathas first, they weren't able to exile their own VV.
Their VV.
I'm like, that's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
See, that's how you know the format's getting degenerate, when people are teching like that.
Yeah.
Because I usually don't mind when a couple decks are pretty powerful. Like in that last format we had, where we had the bans, it was like effectively a 2-deck format, but like you could tech for them. Now it's just like a singular deck that you're teching for. It's kind of annoying. Although I will say for our RCQ here, we only had 7 people in top 8 that were playing VV. Oh, just kidding. That was Nerd Rage. We only had 1. I told Todd, I was like, when you make the post, it has to be not VV, not VV, not VV.
Yeah. Well,
because like a lot of the decks are cool. Demir is really cool. Blue Light Control is really cool.
Oh, for sure. I actually think that it's funny. It's a Jarrett Rocha special that people are playing like Lord Skitter again.
Yeah,
to like play against
Skitter.
Vivi, and like Jarrett loves that card for standard. And
I forgot
plays
who I was watching play it, but like Robert and I did the same joke. We're like Lord Shitter, and then the guy's like, Robert just said the same thing. I was like, yeah, but he's the sewer king, bro. Like, where do you think it goes?
Yeah. There is like this perfect kind of like, I don't know, like mixture of things that happens when we get to a format like this, like similar to Nadu, where like so many people are getting into an uproar and it's so constant that I'm like really actually hoping that if enough people cry that Wizards will hear about the problem earlier than November. But the other...
Well, yeah, definitely earlier than November, but definitely not an emergency ban. I got an email today about a TCG player article. Should the emergency ban? I was like, shut the fuck up, please. I feel like JD now. JD was in the Discord like, if I hear one more emergency ban talk.
I actually loved LSV's post on it. Did you read that article that I linked?
I didn't.
So basically he put like, this is where the format is. This is what I think that will happen. Like they could do 3 things: emergency ban, wait till whenever, or like do nothing. And then he like rated what percentage he thought they were going to do each thing. And he rated the emergency ban being like, I think there's a 30% chance. And I was like, I'm so glad that it wasn't either of the top 2. Like it wasn't like the first thing. I was like, he knows. He's like, yeah, you know, they may just do nothing because money. And I was like, wow, like it just felt like really
ban BB in general.
I know, like banning.
Because they have the Spider-Man window.
It wasn't specifically like VV. It could have been Agatha's or like, you know, he was just talking about like what if they're going to ban something, like what they'll do and the percentage of like what directions they'll.
Yeah, because don't we have another BNR technically after Spider-Man comes out?
No, I don't think there's an official BNR. I think that they have the window, but I don't think that the official BNR, the next BNR, I think is scheduled for November.
See, this is why they're just overcomplicating shit.
November 24th.
I hate when they're like, we're going to do another one here. It's like, why lock it? We talked about it already. We talked about it already.
And he said that in the thing. He was like,
bored of this.
He's like, why did they lock their hands? I don't understand. Just don't.
They keep tying their hands. I don't understand why they do it. I think it's because they're, like I mentioned before, I think they're just overextended. They got people on the design team helping with the bands, and it's like I get that there has to be some communication, but like I feel like there should be people that are dedicated to format integrity and are not working on designing cards, but focusing on purely format integrity. Even if it's only like 2 people, and their job is to like do all the research, take the data, grind it out, you know?
Yeah. But the second thing that I was going to say was that besides like me hoping enough people crying about it is going to get Wizards to actually like do something earlier than November, was that the memes are getting really, really funny.
Oh, sure.
And like there was the Bart Simpson one where like they're all turning to him and being like, say it, Bart. Yeah. And it was, standard is in a healthy place. And everyone's like, yeah. I was like, yes. I was like, I love this kind of like That's internet funny. Crash out. This is the internet crash that I want.
I actually just got right now when we were prepping for the podcast. I went to the bathroom and I opened Facebook to check my messages, and the first post was Nerd Rage doing like I guess they're trying to pump some shorts now, and they were like interviewing players. And do you know May French?
Yes.
She was getting interviewed, and I commented on the post because I was laughing, but even Dom commented it too. It was really funny. She's like, I think they asked her like how she felt about standard, but it skips the question. It just jumps to what she says. And she's just like, I think standard is actually, my hot take is that standard is like in a really good spot. I think the game is super healthy and like just like going on. And then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, I think it's totally fine that there's only one deck and pretty much can just draw its whole deck in one turn. And, you know, everybody's just playing that. And I'm pretty happy to just play this mirror match for the rest of the time. Dom comments like they had us in the first half. And I literally was just like laughing so hard because at first I was like, wait, does she actually like say
feel this way?
In my head, I'm like, she's actually enjoying standard, or what's the play here? There's no way, because she's a grinder, right? And all the grinders have the same opinion, for better or for worse. But because like even though VV's like horrific, I'm like, it's only gonna be like this amount of time. I'm happy with the format for better or for worse. Even though I wish I could play more, I'm probably not going to be able to play. I know I talked about qualling for Milwaukee.
You better join me this Sunday.
I might go for Legacy, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to play any standard
this Sunday.
I can't. I literally can't. I literally haven't had a day off in 10 days because I worked this Sunday.
Nope, that's bad.
And so, like, if I start doing RCQs, I will never have one. So I thought about how much stuff I have to do for the store, and I'm like, forget it. I'm just gonna go play Legacy. I'm pretty sure Milwaukee has a Legacy side event.
Oh, okay.
So that's what changed my mind. I was like, I'll go play Legacy maybe. I could be convinced for that. That's what Jared and Ethan were trying to convince me on. But anyways, yeah, so May's post, or May's interview, I think Standard's great, blah, blah. And I was getting ready to comment, like, base, pasado. And then so I got to see the rest, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm still commenting it. And I just put, like, my favorite emoji.
That is your favorite emoji.
Downshake.
Yep,
pasado. But yeah, so what's it called? I guess I'll throw this little tidbit in because we're still on this topic that I want to get off of and never talk about again if possible. But I literally said on our show notes, Frank's going to post the show notes, I promise. I literally said on the show notes, I was like, this segment is lame. Let's talk about TFT instead. And then we might.
Oh, I got blasted today in my TFT games. I wanted to cry. I got like 8th twice and 7th. It was awful.
If you're watching, help me convince Julian in the comments to help us with some TFT content. I want to record and play.
Yeah, now we are a gaming podcast.
Yeah. This is
not just Magic.
We were prepping this to announce that since Vivi ruined Magic, we're transitioning to Teamfight Tactics, and that's what the TFT stands for in our logo. So get ready for more of that. And be gone, Standard. But anyways, one of our listeners actually messaged me, my buddy Mike Struck. I think you know him too, from Limited and stuff. Mm-hmm. He, him and I go way back from like the Gaming Go days. So I've known him for like about a decade now. And he DMs me. He's like, hey, I've been listening to the podcast. I really enjoy it. He's like, wasn't there an emergency ban though with Fel Dark Guardian and in Kaladesh with Saheeli Rai, if you remember the cat combo? I don't know if you were playing during that era, but it was like a Splinter Twin in Standard, basically.
I was not playing in that era.
And it was funny because like that combo like came out and we were playing with it, and like Standard was so strong that it didn't really take over the format. They had to ban multiple cards before that became the best strategy. But when they did finally like ban like Emrakul and stuff, Saheeli Rai quickly became one of the better combo decks. So like I was playing like Jeskai Control, like basically the same deck I was playing in Modern in Standard.
Yeah.
Jeskai Control, like Splinter Twin. And it was a really fun time, but obviously it got too strong once they got rid of like Smolder's Copter, Emrakul, Reflector Mage, and the format couldn't deal with Saheeli Rai anymore. Or rather Felidar Guardian, which was the real problem. But he goes, didn't they like emergency ban Felidar Guardian? And I was like, good point. That is a good point. Because for those that don't know the history, and you know what? I actually tried to find the article right now before we started because I was adding notes to the show notes. It's not Aaron Forsythe's fault, but I'm going to blame Aaron Forsythe or whatever. I was like opening the article and it's like, 2017 ban announcement. Here's all the info. And it's like posts like the article. So short, by the way. And then I was like, cool. But this isn't the segment I remember. This looks totally different. It's like, oh yeah, there was an addendum. Click here for the original article. I was like, yeah, well, where's the original article? 404 cannot be found. The original article's gone. I'm like, what the fuck? How can you delete a piece of history? I didn't have the presence of mind at the time because we were like about to start the podcast, but I could have probably gone on the Wayback Machine to try to find it, which I might do later. If somebody's watching and you can find it, that'd be awesome. But post it in Discord if you find it. That'd be so cool.
No, comment it in the Put it in the comments.
Yeah, on YouTube. Good fucking luck. You can't put links in YouTube comments.
Oh. Man, this place is cringe. I hate it here.
put it in the Patreon. How about that?
Yeah. Discord's fine too.
Anyway, yeah. If you find it, that'd be kind of cool to see, because I definitely remember the article being way different. But the one that they did have was like, attention, this BNR had an addendum, because they technically did the BNR, and then a week later we're like, actually, yeah, we are going to ban the cat. And so for some people, they might think of that like as an emergency ban, but if I remember correctly, I wish I could have seen the article to like not have to remember it off of like 10 year ago brain when I was a young man. I remember them saying something along the lines of like, we want to see the next couple days first, because there was like a bunch of online events going on at the time that hadn't happened before the BNR that Monday. And then like 3 days of events happened, and the online metagame for like Sahili Rai was like not only not different, I think it went up like by a large margin. And they were like, yeah, it's not getting better, because they were like, at the time, they were like, well, it's kind of like trending in a healthy direction. And the new set, I believe Amonkhet was about to come out. And Amonkhet had this card called Mangleroo and a couple other cards that were supposed to help us battle the cat combo. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly. And that was supposed to be like, oh, well, let's see how the format looks with this. Like, maybe Sahili Rai is fine, because like it wasn't broken until it was broken, right?
Right.
And then they were like, okay, it's still too good addendum to like that actual BNR. So it's like in addition to the BNR, we're just going to go ahead and ban it, even though we said we might not. And that technically wasn't an emergency ban, because there have never been one besides Memory Jar. It's just not going to happen. But I'm pretty sure, I could be mistaken, because I honestly, whenever I read the articles for the BNRs now, my eyes glaze over. I'm just like, but I thought there was like every set comes out, they have like a BNR opening of some kind to like do whatever they want. And
they have a window to do.
I don't know what that means. All I know is a set comes out, window, BNR. There should be an update.
Yeah, they don't give us an update. They just have the ability to ban something if they want to within like X amount of time from the set releasing.
Yeah, so in theory, if Spider-Man comes out, which is not even a month away now, right? September 3rd week or whatever. And they want to take the time there.
Soon enough. I hope they do.
Well, it would only have been like 2 months of this format, and I think that's fine. 2 months of any format is fine. Way too little amount of time for people to be complaining about.
You say that, but Nadu I think was like a month and a half, and that was too long.
Yeah, because they had the chance to ban it, and then they made it 2 months longer than it needed to be. This deck only just now took over. Nadu was the best deck, and then they were like, here you go.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah, that was
a slap in the face. With the VV thing, it's like, all right, guys, sorry. Maybe we thought that we banned this town and it'd be fine.
Yeah, I thought that the green red mice deck was miserable. This might be more miserable.
I don't know about that. Getting your ass blasted on like turn 3 every game definitely seems worse. Because like theoretically, like the blue-white deck has some game, you know, and people are gonna be like, which is true. It is pretty cold, but like, unless I'm playing against like the best VV player in the room, I don't feel like I don't have a chance to win. If that makes sense.
Yeah. That was the frustrating part. Was Julian said this, and I felt this way at the RCQ this past weekend. Sure. I had people who were just awful beating me. It was like, you are missing so many triggers.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie,
and I'm like, oh.
JD was offering me to let me borrow VV, and I wanted to go to an RCQ so bad and literally be like, I'm new to Magic. My friend let me borrow this deck, and I just really wanted to come play an RCQ for the first time. And then I was going to ask what every card did while I comboed people out. I wanted to do it so bad. I just thought it would be so funny.
That is a way to make people crash out in person.
Yeah, because then I wanted to see the post. Like, my opponent literally didn't even know what his deck did, and that's how broken VV is. And then I'm just like...
Store owner, been playing 15 years.
Just like... I don't know. I'm just fucking evil. I was telling my Pokemon players on Sunday, because like we were closed on Sunday, but I had to make 40-person League Cup or whatever. And I was telling like my Pokemon regulars, I was like, honestly, sometimes when people crash out or they're having a bad time, I like feed off the energy. I'm like, yes. I'm like, wait, oh God, am I evil? Like, I'm just the worst. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, so I brought up the Mike Struck story, right? Okay, cool. The not emergency ban of Felder Guardian. What the fuck, Aaron Forsythe? Fix the link. Give us back the link.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about in regards to the RCQ that happened here?
I thought it was a great time. We had like 24 players.
It's a good turnout.
Yeah, I was worried we were going to have low attendance because there was the Energy Lansing event.
Yeah.
And they had a terrible time because it was like 7 of 8 VV decks in top 8, and I think the 8th deck was Control.
Blue-white, yeah.
And then our buddy Wokowalczyk topped, which was awesome.
Yeah. I think he topped both.
Yeah, actually, no, he won one.
Yeah, he won
their team event, the team event for Nerd Rage, it was... I forgot the third guy's name. I always forget his name, but he's very good. Will and Garrick, George's buddy. Mm-hmm. And then the third guy, I feel so bad that I'm forgetting his name because he's very good. That team was stacked. Like that I feel like that putting those three guys together is like borderline cheating. Like it's literally that was such a good team. This is
illegal.
When I saw the team, I was like, well, yeah, who the fuck would they lose to?
Right.
The third player, whose name I'm forgetting, and I feel really bad. Somebody in the comments, please get me.
Jared.
I'll do my penance later for forgetting because honestly, it's pretty bad.
So you hail VBs.
I am terrible with the names though. I have a little bit of an excuse, but he in his Garrick went undefeated in the teams, and then the third guy, not Will, had to beat from the standard event that Will top aided. He had to beat the first place guy and the second place guy in the Swiss. I'm pretty sure. It was either that or he had to beat them throughout the day, which is like, it wasn't like they were just like the best team and they were beating scrubs. You know what I mean? Like these guys were.
They were the best team and they were beating very good
players. They
were
beating very good players. Yeah. It was awesome. Good to see. And they won. So it's very cool. I love seeing our boys doing well. As most people know, we're fans of Team Flex Slot. And Wokowalczyk's a buddy of ours, and we have a lot of friends on the team, etc.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure even like Marty and Ethan came out to like play the RCQ here.
Yeah, they did.
Because
Ethan took my deck.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Always a fun time.
And he was like, "This does sucks," and I was like, "I want to like. I wish I could be like a ghost to be like." I want to watch your mistakes.
Yeah. I was watching a couple games. I was like, "Hey, just so you know, don't attack the red deck. Keep the blockers." He was like, very good.
Water almost came out of my nose on that.
Sorry. I was telling him, I was like, hey, just so you know, you're kind of making bad plays. But he's like, because he hit me with the Copas statement that like only a legacy player could say, but it was like, because he like drew like 4 lands in a row, which to be fair, I did watch him draw 4 lands in a row, but
and it's
the rest
a low
of the
land
game,
deck.
Yeah, the rest of the game though, he wasn't really playing optimally, so he could have done better, obviously. And so he goes, "Is that pretty normal? You just like flood out or whatever? Like that's just how standard is, flood out or Great Mana Screwed?" And I'm like, "That's the format." And I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty much it." And then Julian and I were like,
"You nailed it right on the head."
Well, yeah, no, it's exactly it. It's a terrible format. It's basically just who doesn't draw lands.
Yeah.
And then Julian and I were like, "You're playing the deck wrong. It's basically Delver, but not Delver. It's like you want to just like control the board as long as possible, and then go outvalue town, like outvalue them with the beaters, little flyers, and then stock them up or whatever." And so once it clicked, he was like, "Oh, this is actually pretty fun. I'm playing a lot better." He came for Monday night, enjoyed it. I think Ethan's trying to enjoy the format. It's just this is a hard one to enjoy it for sure.
It's definitely a hard time, but I also like
if you don't already like standard and already like, and for me it's different because I love Magic no matter what. Like the only other person who gets it on my level is Richard Thompson, who's like, "Oh, your deck is epic, bro. That's awesome. I'm playing mono red," and I'm like, "Yep, that guy gets it. That's me." Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I love Ethan's vigor. Like even though like there are times where he's like, and he's crashing out over Magic, which he does. But he does like try at like different formats and stuff, and he has fun, and I dig that. That's
So
always
he's at least willing to give it a try. A lot of people will just be like,
Yes.
that format's dumb, and like never play it. It's like, okay, buddy.
Oh, well, that also I mean, I know that he can't because he has health issues right now. But like Julian on Discord while we were doing TFT the other night was like, yeah, and Jared was with us, and he was like, yeah, and Jared said that he was going to come out and play if Marty came out and played, and then Marty was like, yep, I'm coming out, I'm borrowing a deck, and then Jared's like, no, I'm not gonna.
He did do that, which was so funny to me.
It's like,
Only because of the health issues. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's not feeling well. He's just tired.
yeah, sure.
But all he did was show up and watch. And then he helped Alex with the deck check. So I was like, cool, we need the help. And then, although he did come play Type 4, which I kind of want to talk about in Discord if anybody's interested in Type 4. Hit me up with that. Okay, with that being said, yeah, RCQ was great. I know that you didn't come because you went to the planetary qualifier for Star Wars.
Yeah, it was really fun. The only thing that was awful is like, and I don't know if this is an FFG thing or if this is a pastimes thing, but like tournament's supposed to start at 10. Check-in is supposed to start at 9 to 9:30.
It's a pastimes thing, bro.
Yeah. I get there at like 9:15, like 15 minutes before check-in ends. The line
Do you not remember
is like
MagicCon?
Yeah,
It's a pastimes thing,
yeah.
bro.
We're at the beginning of.
It used to be worse.
We're at the beginning of the store, like all the way at the beginning, and I sit down and I'm like, "When do you think this is going to start?" And we started probably closer to 10:45, 11.
Yeah, I feel like honestly they don't do themselves any favors by. I actually want to start doing it myself as the events have been getting bigger. Is going like registration ends at this time, and the event starts 30 minutes or 15 minutes after.
Oh, it was supposed to start 30 minutes after registration ended. They just didn't start the process until...
Exactly. Like for me, my tournament starts at 12, and then I'll get some guys that are like, 11:59, can I play? I'm like, hurry the fuck up, you got a deck list? Like now, it's like, oh, I got a deck list? Okay, you're good. You don't have a deck list? You're pissing me the fuck off. Like, do it in the player meeting, you have 2 minutes. And so I almost want to be like, no, 11:45, you need to already have been here. And that way, even if I have a couple people running late, it's like 11:50. Okay, well, you're not fucking me now.
Yeah, you can do that as long as you say you're doing that, because min-max for the longest time used to be the worst because they would like on Wizards website, it would say that their event starts at 10.
Yeah.
And you'd get there at 10 and they're like, oh, well, that's when we opened. We're starting at 11. Dude, I showed up to multiple RCQs at their place where they weren't actually starting at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, on Wizards website, it says 10.
Yes.
Nothing on your page. Like, even when you go to register, it doesn't say. And then they, like, put in the small, tiny print, well, we're starting the event at 11.
Yeah. It's one thing if you, like, put it 30 minutes early, but an hour early is kind of crazy.
Cringe.
But, at the same time, I got your fucking late ass in the fucking butt in the seat. You were probably not there at 10. You were 10:05.
Yeah, but I'm typically not late for, like, competitive events.
Keep going.
Not late for competitive events.
Frank's not late, guys. Let me know in the comments.
The PTQ is fun. There was 128 people, so that was, like, kind of crazy. 7 rounds of Swiss.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I ended up 1-2 dropping. The only thing that's kind of rough about that specific sealed format is like there are 3 leaders that are like way better than all the other leaders. And so like by round 3, like 2 of the 3 top tables, half of the decks were like Obi-Wan because he is like one of the 3 best ones.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, like your leader in Star Wars is like significantly more impactful than your commander would be in Magic in a lot of ways. Unless you're playing CEDH, it's a little different. But like they have every commander in Star Wars has eminence because they have an ability on the front and when you summon them. So they are pretty crazy.
Yeah, and so that was kind of rough. Just because like the room was just full of like really, really good decks. Like I felt like I had a good deck and I grinded like in 3 for the game I lost, the game I won. But oh my gosh, in limited, like buffing your leader is way better than it is in like standard.
Yeah, Voltron is a lot stronger in Star Wars for sure.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And our boy, Chris Bango, opened a Darth Maul showcase in his sealed.
That's awesome.
And that's not a normal leader. And like it scared the hell out of everyone because not Chris, The dude across from him screams as loud as he can, "Oh, showcase!" And like we were all like,
You know what? I kind of fuck with that.
I was like, this is not happening at a Magic event. You know what I mean?
You know what, man? He's living his best life. He
was living his best life.
Have you ever seen the video with the guy that gets like his wrestling toy? And
yeah.
It's like boys with autism, and it's like, oh, King of the Ring, like stomping. That's the kind of energy I live for. Oh my god, but that's crazy. I just love to see how well these other games are doing. Like, we got Riftbound around the corner that a lot of people are excited for. I'm very excited for Riftbound. As a store owner, I love Magic. It's my favorite game. I think Magic's the greatest game ever created. I don't even think it's close. But as far as like trading card games are going right now, I'm running like, and now I'm even doing the Bandai stuff. I'm starting to add that in. So like, my brain hurts, but I also have to like learn them all, which kind of sucks. But like, I'm running Star Wars, Lorcana, Universes, Shadowverse, Weiss Wars, Magic, Pokemon, soon One Piece, and Gundam. And then I also run the Hololive card game. And we like have players for every game, and I can like get the product for the most part. Obviously, some are hotter products and harder to get than others, but I can pretty much get the product for all the games, facilitate the gameplay, find people that want to play, get like butts and seats for every different type of game. Everybody's having their own fun. And like back in the day, it felt like when there was fewer card games, you'd have people playing Magic that would rather be doing a different type of thing, you know? Or like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like you'd have people playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't really like this game. I want to try something else. Well, there's only one or two other something else's, you know?
Yeah.
And now there's so many options. I feel like everybody's getting a chance to like really diversify into their thing. And I know not everybody's into Universes Beyond, but the fact that so many IPs are entering the world of card gaming, everybody wants their piece of the pie, right? But like all these card games entering the market create a lot of competition. So now all the card games have to keep their shit going, you know? Like, you kind of want there to be a lot of healthy card games in theory if you believe in like capitalism, I suppose, where like, okay, well, if Pokemon is crushing it and Lorcana is crushing it and like Star Wars is doing well or whatever, even like the lower tier games that are new or not as big, then Magic and stuff has to keep like, you know, keep their shit like going properly. They already improved the quality control of the cards, you know, like they were getting really, really horrifically bad. And then all these other card games came out and they're like, oh, the cards look a lot better now. You know what I mean? Like the cards aren't fucking Pringles anymore.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How did that happen?
Weird.
Because like you can literally see in my drawers like the sets that are like, oh, Tostito Scoops, you know, like that's awesome. Sponsored. Scoops. Couldn't wait for that secret layer. But yeah, it's just cringe. And so I like where we're at now. It is hard, especially with like certain stuff like not having product availabilities and I think that like people, it's. I'd rather that the card games have like a higher demand than supply sometimes, and as long as it's not too bad. Only because then like when players are ripping their packs, there's like actual value there, you know. Like there's like everybody wants it, therefore you have something of value, you know, and you're not just like ripping like packs of like Dragon's Maze and like feeling like shit.
Well, and like a lot of people are like, oh man, like, you know, you gotta buy your singles, don't buy boxes. But like I've never, which is fine, but I've never felt like buying boxes has been better because like, I don't know, I feel like specifically for Spider-Man, I'm gonna get a play booster box or two unless they're crazy expensive. Yeah. And
I think now it's looking like $200 or something, at least at our price, but we also don't post online anymore because I just can't.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound awful compared to that's like $50 more than a normal box.
Pretty much.
Roughly.
So like honestly not that bad.
No.
And I think that's like after tax too. I think we did like our boxes of Final Fantasy like 200 after tax, I want to say. We try to like when a product is like way over market, like when the market price is much higher than MSRP, Todd and I like try to be really fair and do like double wholesale. So like that's why we did Final Fantasy Collectors like $650. We raised the price after we did like the first wave because okay, the people that ordered a month ahead of time, you get like a cheaper discount price. And then double wholesale is usually where we feel like comfortable, like okay, the store is getting a profit, we got to do what's right for the store, keep the lights on, make sure we're paying the bills. But at the same time, like in theory, I could be a dick and just be like, oh yeah, we've got it. $900, like I hate that. I think if I ever became that, I would have completely lost why I got into this,
Oh, yeah.
Not to like be virtue signaling because I really kind of hate that, but
I mean, Pastimes is that way. I was just there, and
well, like,
I was looking.
Corporate, it's.
I went to get a water, and I was like, oh, they probably got a minimum, so like I'm gonna buy a pack, and I was like, oh, it should be like a $5 minimum, right? They have a $10 minimum. I was like,
crazy. Okay, that explains a lot.
Especially for a store like that is at their caliber of like, they pump out so much product.
Well, I don't understand that because like, honestly, I'll even like sometimes swipe $1 and I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like you're fucking me, but let's just get this transaction over with.
He almost, I was at like 982 and he almost made me get something else. And I was like, dude, are you for real?
Well, I don't understand. Like a $10 minimum doesn't even make sense to me anymore. Cause like if you would have said 3 or 5, I'm like, yeah, there's some logic there. 10 is like, you're basically just telling people don't buy anything unless you're giving me $10, which is like, okay, but what if 5 people want to give you $3?
Well, and they charge a premium.
Yes, they do. They do upcharge, right?
Yeah, they upcharge on everything. It's more expensive for all of their sealed stuff comparatively.
Yeah, I don't want to like get into like shit talking other stores because I hate doing that. I don't want like people to talk shit about mine. Well, I guess I actually just don't care, but I just don't care. But I try to avoid shit talking other stores, especially publicly, because I don't think my store is perfect, so I don't I don't feel like it's my place, but it does explain a lot of like I'll have people come in and they're like buying like 2 drinks. It's like $6, like pop and a pop or whatever, and I'm like, okay, cool, and they're like, oh, do you have a minimum? I'm like, fuck, minimum is $6, buddy. It's good. You're good. But then I'm like, oh, Pastimes is that explains it now. Now I understand why so many people are like, oh, minimum. Oh, like I have customers like, oh, I feel so bad. I'm making you swipe for 7. Let me get a pack. I'm like, dude, my minimum is 3. Like in my head, like because that's how much our drinks cost.
Yeah.
So like if you're buying a drink, whatever. But the only time I ever say no is like if I know the person and they're trying to, or if it's like a random person and they're like trying to swipe for 70 cents. I'm like, nope, sorry. And then they're like, fine, I'll buy a pack, I'm like, 70 cents, dude. Like, I might as well just give you the cards.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that is really weird. Well, like I said, I don't want to get into like the whole, you guys can discuss how you feel about stores in the Discord if you want. I try not to partake. The store is apolitical, and I try to do the same thing when it comes to like other businesses, especially like in the same space or whatever, if that makes sense.
Which is so funny because we talked about cringe stuff that one of the other stores was doing last week on the episode.
Well, I don't mind bringing up topics. I don't want to actively be like, this fucking store sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't think they suck. I sometimes get frustrated when I feel like, look, everyone's got to pay their bills, but when it feels like the upcharge is like really steep compared to like some of the other stores that I go to that are also premium, I'm like, brother.
Yeah, some of it makes sense sometimes. I do have people that like complain, and like I'll always listen to the complaining, and if it's like a valid crash out, I'll be like, yeah, you're right, that's valid. And if it's like they're charging this much, well, I'm like, well, MSRP and market price and blah blah blah, and like everybody wants to pay market when it's below MSRP, but then everybody wants to pay MSRP when market's above. So it's like, there's always that bullshit to go around.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nuance when it comes to all that, and I just try to strike the balance of like doing right by my customers. And so like I always tell Todd, I'm willing to do the extra work of going out of my way to not list the products on our website and doing normal pre-orders and just being like, hey, who wants it? DM me personally. I will go out of my way in my free time to do like 1 per person limits and make sure it goes to actual people that come to the store regularly. And then if we have more beyond that, I'll try to hook up other people that are like local, Until
they're in our Discord and they're like, hey, do you have pre-orders out for Avatar? Like a month ago. And I was like,
Well, some of them are regulars. They're just very ASCII, which is fine. You know,
Which is fine.
I don't mind the questions. I'm always happy to answer a question. I can see where you're coming from. If you don't know the person, you're like, who the fuck is that guy?
Well, I just mean for our people. Like by now, I'm like, you guys should know that like you just don't have it yet.
Well, yes and no. Watsi did do the thing where they changed how the pre-orders work now, and I technically do have some avatar numbers. I just haven't done the thing yet. I'm slowly. Well, Todd also got really busy and his car exploded, but I'm letting him get all the SKUs in the system.
No, that's so news to me.
Well, he's got money. He can buy a car. I love you, Todd, but you're fine. You get a Tesla.
Watch, he unsubscribes from our Patreon now.
Well, if he goes to the car, that's fine. But no, he was literally driving to work, and then he had to walk home because his car just sputtered. And he had to walk home from driving to the train station and was like, hey, I'm working from home today. I'm like, I was like, why didn't you call? Like, I would have picked you up or something or whatever.
That's crazy.
He's like, it wasn't a big deal. Fair enough. But yeah.
He just loved his car.
But yeah, apparently the damage in the car, whatever was broken, was worth more than the car was worth to fix it. So he's like, I guess I'm just buying a new car. Well, you kind of wanted to get a new one anyway, since you had it paid off. Get a Tesla. He has a house now. Might as well. You know?
A Tesla?
Well, he doesn't. He only drives to the train station. That's it.
Yeah.
So like, just get an electric car. You know, it's better for the environment theoretically, and if you're not going on road trips, then you don't really have to worry about the battery.
Yeah.
And if you have a home, you have a portable charger, or you have a charger built into your house in theory.
Garage, yeah.
And that should also save him money on gas, and it's just better overall. I think he'd be happy. Plus, it's fancy. He's like a programmer, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the stuff the Tesla is cool. I drive too much and too far.
Yes,
to,
I agree.
Do anything like that.
I also don't have that kind of money.
For me, it'd be hybrid life, but you know, that's
I thought
whole
about
different story.
I wish I had the money. Oh, that'd be so nice.
Oh yeah.
For me, it's like I'm gonna get a $2,000 shitter.
My mom just said to me the other day. She's like, "Yeah, you know, when your job really gets going, I really think that you should get a new car." I'm like, "Why?"
She's not wrong.
She's like,
"Your car's ass." And we're gonna fucking clean it. He's bitching out on me.
No.
Comment down below if we should clean Frank's fucking car.
We will clean the car. He just was like, "You're doing it this Sunday?" Also, you said that it was a Patreon perk.
It's a Patreon
and if
perk.
no one signed up and no one signed up.
If anybody signs up at the free tier.
Someone just did. Jack just did last night.
Okay, well, we have like 40 people above the free tier. Let's get it done, boys.
But the point being is I'm like, I just got this car like 4 years ago. And like, it's only got 170,000 miles on it. Like,
only? Motherfucker, what are you, a truck driver?
I bought it at 110.
Yeah, but like...
and my last car died at 250.
Yeah.
I like drove it until it died.
Yeah, you just said you drive a lot. How many years do you think you got on that?
Well, I'm saying if I had it for 4 years, that's 60,000 miles. Divide that by 4.
Yeah, you got 4 more years. Get a new fucking car.
Yeah, maybe in 4 years when it's gonna die. I don't even know.
I gave his car 2 years. He never cleans it. 2 years.
Okay, the cleaning it isn't gonna affect how it drives.
Listen, word of advice. The way you take care of your car is the way it takes care of you. And that's how all your shit is. You gotta clean that shit. Your car won't last if you don't clean it. Wisdom from a sage. You're welcome. Anyway, speaking of the Patreons, let's jump into some quick housekeeping and then get into the rest of the episode.
Maybe that was most episodes.
That was honestly half the episode. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, small talk was long.
Small talk
was like 40 minutes.
Big talk, almost as big as my back. Anyways, shout out to the patrons as always. Anybody who's supporting us on Patreon, you guys are the best. We really appreciate it. At the top tier, Tap Furiously with Gad's Cradle, we got Nathaniel Lee and Christian Paz. You guys are the best. Thank you for supporting us. And then in the next tier, we have Kiki Jiki, Tap to Ruin Your Opponent's Life, Mike Pellini, Jose Gonzalez. Jose Gonzalez. Man, why did I say it like that? My Mexican card just got revoked. Josh Dawson, Michael Collin, and Todd Sylvia, who's hopefully has a new car by now. I actually haven't checked in on him. Tapping 2 Blue Mana at the next tier. We got Christian Olvera. Shout out to my boy Christian. He's actually having a baby pretty soon. I was just at his baby shower.
Oh, congrats.
Bless. Congrats, man. Hope Claudia is doing well. Can't wait to see the photos. And then Mr. Jared Henry Thompson Munsterman. I always say Thomas, and I think he said it was wrong. But our boy. And then
He's got
next.
2 middle names?
I got like 7, bro. I'll make them up. At the next one, we got Joe Asfahani, our resident author, who just actually I think just dropped a new book. So
He
check
did
him out.
just drop a new book.
Check him out. He was posting his book on his TikTok. If you want,
I wrote him a review.
If you want the link, we'll put it in Discord for you guys. And then we got MTG Chicago, our buddy Sal, supporting us because I don't know, he can't stop supporting us. He gives and he gives and he gives. He's the best.
Always gives.
We got Trent Glagorovic, my boy, who I trolled today. I told him we were going to play Call of Duty, even though I was never going to get on. And then he got online and was like, "Where is everybody?" And Gabe's like, "Why did you do that?" Speaking of Gabe, at the next tier, Tap That Bird and Fly, we got Gabe Mendes, my newest employee, kind of, and then Hector Alvarez.
And I do have to mention, because he did join and I didn't update it, Julian Eisenbaum.
Oh, yeah, Julian
just
Eisenbaum.
joined at Tapping to Blue Mana.
Ooh.
He rejoined, I think, because
Yeah.
he was on free and
Yes.
no more.
Yeah, he wants you to clean that car.
Yeah. He
We
wants
got
me to
you,
do that
Julian.
car.
We got
And I think
you.
he probably wants the episode when everyone else gets it early.
I was talking to him about it. I don't think he cared about that. I think he was just saying
He just
wanted to-
loves us.
He literally said he wanted to just support the
I
show.
just love him so
And I told him, I was like, hey, listen, I don't actually care about the subs that much. You know, like if you're ever tight financially, just the view actually matters like the world to us.
No, it does matter.
It really is awesome. Like, so with that being said, if you're on YouTube, literally the show will always be free. We do this because we love it. Likes, comments, subscribes, all that literally goes a long way. It's a huge deal for us. It really helps us out. And we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and we're like 18 people away from 300 subscribers.
Oh, wow. That's actually awesome. I'll be honest, like, I didn't think we'd ever get past like 200. You know what I mean? Like, we were chilling in like the hundreds forever. And I never look at the numbers. I never log in.
One of the shorts this week almost had 3,000 views. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, Frank's actually, okay, I will say this. Frank's first shorts, I would always be like, me and Gabe would be like, this guy's not funny.
He'd be like, cringe.
Yeah, now they're getting pretty good. The one you did when you were, I think you were like running and you were like, the VV one you just did. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty good. The one where you were running until you like threw your glasses or whatever, I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie to you, I stole that. Hey, whatever.
There's another guy who like
be cheating.
That's his bit.
He like throws his glasses.
Yeah, but like he has a specific setup where like in one of his recent ones, he threw it and it like hit like the wall behind him, and like he always has people commenting, being like his mom is like, please stop throwing your glasses. Like those are prescription.
Oh,
yeah. And so
funny.
and he made a video where he was like, yeah, this football. This football team, just based off my accuracy, they're like, can you throw a football? Because like after that throw, like
that's
so
funny.
yeah. But I was like, oh, I could do that in this video, and
hey, there you go. I kind of reminds me of actually, like, I used to watch a lot of PewDiePie back in the day, especially when I was a CNA, because I would work night shifts and be really bored. But his wife was also doing like YouTube at the time, and they would live like in the same house, pretty small space, and she'd be doing like a makeup video of some kind or whatever, and then like he'd be recording his content, and like I don't know if you ever watched PewDiePie, but some of his videos are really like dumb. And I remember specifically watching one of his videos, and he's literally like this. He's screaming, but he's like, soy boy, so like really loud into the camera. And then somebody clipped a video where it was like her doing a video, and you just hear in the background like him yelling on her camera because he was that loud. And she's like, sorry about that. Felix is doing something in his room. I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing that like here in the office, like if I'm ever screaming or doing something crazy like when I'm working, because like if something like hindrances me, I'll literally just be, what the fuck? And then after they're just like, are you okay, Stan? What's going on? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, man. I'm actually great. Like, I'm actually good. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. We're doing a housekeeping segment. Sorry, guys. YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate you guys.
Please.
The patrons, the strongest soldiers. That light was on earlier, believe it or not. I only turned it off because I hate wasting power. And then Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. We're always on there. Join our Discord. It's free access. We love to have you there. We're always discussing stuff, having a good time. My nose is so itchy. I got up to like rub my nose or whatever. I don't know why my nose is so itchy, but
and it got worse.
I don't know what's happening. I just keep like it just won't go away. Anyways, we're just gonna tank it. All right. Let's just do the rest of this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, I don't know what you meant by this. So you're gonna have to explain it to me. Wizards is doing spoilers. The mouse says no. Is that Disney?
So Wizards made an announcement last week that said that, and this was on, I believe, off of their YouTube, that they are going to every week, once spoilers start for Spider-Man past the 93 cards that we already have now, that they are going to put them on the Wizards website and that they will manually update it every week. And that made me think that as opposed to like some of these other places that we normally find cards on, or like all of the leaks that are normally happening, I was wondering if like this partnership with Spider-Man and Disney has caused Wizards to like, they were like, no, you have to release these cards and in a specific way. And so I wondered if that's why Wizards made that kind of announcement, and wanted to get your thoughts on something like that.
Damn, I kind of wish I had looked into it. I didn't hear anything about that from the grapevine, but honestly, knowing how Disney is, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if you think about it, like, I got my Avatar numbers. Spider-Man was still like, you know? Everything about the way Spider-Man has been handled is so like, okay. And the only thing I can think of that's different is like, because like Square Enix, not as big as a company as Disney, nor is like Nickelodeon, I don't think. But they're the ones that like own Avatar, I believe. Paramount, I guess. Paramount's pretty big.
Okay.
But like with the actual IP, Avatar is not like as big as like the conglomerate that Disney is, and Marvel's like enormous now after all the movies. They could be like exerting influence on Wizards because I mean we already know they did with Arena with how the cards online are going to be different.
Absolutely. Which
is honestly super cringe that Disney's doing that, but I hope that they lean into the memes and give us something fun out of it.
The mouse is the mouse.
Yeah, Disney, honestly, man, as a company, I'm glad they're losing so much money across the board in all avenues because they fucking suck sometimes. It's the same with Nintendo. I want to buy a Switch 2 so bad, and there's so many games that I love that Nintendo has like as exclusives between like Pokemon, Mario games, etc. And like Nintendo is like what I grew up with. Like a lot of their games, like the fondest memories. Like my favorite game of all time is Paper Mario.
Yeah,
I recently got the remake.
I love Paper Mario.
And the company itself is so shit. I just refuse to give them money. Like I'm not gonna buy a Switch. They're like they're constantly attacking like online creators on YouTube, like copyright striking them for honestly no reason. And now they're suing Pal World, which is a really cool game, just straight up just suing their ass because like people were buying their game, and Nintendo is never going to make that kind of game, but they're just like being assholes. You know?
So what's funny that you say that about attacking online creators is there was like, he was just a TikToker that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And his name, I believe, was Judy Hopps Lover.
Oh boy.
69 or something
Very
like that.
Nice.
Yeah. And
an intellectual, if you will.
And he recorded a phone call that he had with a lawyer from Disney's legal counsel that they were suing him over putting Judy Hopps in his name in a way that Disney found inappropriate.
Wow.
And he's just like a TikToker, like not doing anything with Disney otherwise. And he was like, are you... So, and like it was then became like a series of like him going through this like lawsuit. And I'm just like, wow, over...
Oh, he went through with it?
I mean, they were suing him. So...
Yeah, but like usually if you stop, they're like, okay, you know.
So if you would truthfully, I don't like remember. I didn't like...
I might have to look into that. That sounds awesome.
But that's... just... attacking content creators. I was like, yep, I've got an example of Disney off the top of my head.
It's so cringe. Every time a company does that, I'm always like, come on, man. Like, they're like, it's like the same thing with like the Pinkerton situation, the Magic Hat. It's like, please stop being fucking cringe. Like, it's always corporation shit that like ruins the game. Like the people working there, the developers are almost always great, you know. Number on graph does not always have to fucking point up. You know, you can just make profit. You can just be profitable. It's impossible.
Yeah. It's just, and that's what always so scares me. Like even with Star Wars, like owned by Disney. Mm-hmm. And I always wonder if it's like making money, but not enough money for their liking that they're like, oh, we're going to stop it.
Well, that's not necessarily how that works. Fantasy Flight pays them for the IP.
Oh, for the IP.
So Disney's just like, cool, that's our deal. You're allowed to do this. And as long as they don't step on any toes, Disney will never like necessarily intervene. And obviously their contract is probably like 100 pages of bullshit.
7 million pages.
If one of your guys does this on a Tuesday and I'm on the toilet, boy,
you're banned.
You know, like, yeah, it's like very, I'm sure, very in depth. Not a lawyer, by the way. I'll ask Marty.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, Marty.
Marty. Judge Martin. Anyways, yeah, so that aside, fuck Nintendo, fuck Disney. I guess I was going to talk about
so we'll see. We'll keep you updated as we're getting more spoilers, because probably not next episode, or maybe it will be next episode. It's going to be like, here's the pre-release.
Yes, exactly. Next episode will guarantee to be pre-released because Spider-Man's about to come out, which is cool. No qualms for me. I like a set every 2 months personally, even though it's a lot more work for me.
I can't wait.
I guess it's a decent tangent, but I was talking to Rin earlier today. She stopped in to buy some boxes, and I had my buddy here. It's kind of funny because Rin and the guy that was here, my buddy, are both like kind of whaley. And so like, cause like Rin bought like 4 cases of Final Fantasy for me, if you remember. And she's like, am I a whale? I'm like, Rin, do you not remember Final Fantasy? Like you're the reason I don't have fucking draft. I'm just kidding. She did ask for permission. I said it was cool.
So I'll call her with my complaint.
No, don't, because I was told that there was going to be not a limit on play boosters. And then when I went, they were like, so no, fuck that. No, it's not her fault. I was told I can get more, and I asked for more, and then there was no more. Anyways, so we're just bantering, and she was like, yeah, I had a bad day at work. I'm really tired. I just want to buy some shit. So she's buying some singles, and then she's like, I really want a box of this, and I'll get an Assassin's Creed one. And so I was like, she wanted Aftermath. And I was like, you actually want Aftermath? She's like, yeah, I really want Aftermath. And I was like, well, tell you what, I'll hook you up with the like, I normally don't do this because I'd rather hold the product, honestly, just to keep my shelf actually having products on it. But I was like, I'll sell you an Aftermath one at like TCG player price, because then you can open a collector box and have fun. So I didn't have any regulars. And that got us talking about the whole, like, that's the Epilogue booster, that small box style, the Beyond booster.
Yep.
And that got us talking with Patrick, because he's a Pokemon player. He was here to pick up Pokemon products, and we were talking about like the various ways that Pokemon and Magic are different, and how they differ from White Shores when it comes to like the whole rarities, why people pull like they pull, what ends up being worth money and why, how many players versus collectors there are, how they print the products, are there guaranteed rates, etc. Like White Shores has guaranteed pool rates, etc. So when we were talking about it, she brought up the whole, like, Spider-Man was supposed to be like a Beyonce, and I was like, I remember hearing about this, but I don't know for sure. I was like, give me a link if you got it. And then I ended up talking about later with just now at Pioneer with JD, the same thing. He's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Morrow or somebody posted like Spider-Man was supposed to be like that Beyond booster style, like that ugly box. And then they were like, oh, these fucking suck. We're going to totally change that. We got to fix that, which totally makes a lot of sense, because when we were talking about how like Assassin's Creed was a pretty cool set, but it flopped. And I was like, in my opinion, the major reasons it flopped were, one, the box style that they were doing, I think, was like an experimental thing. They were trying something new, and I never fault them for trying something new. But for better or for worse, they tried something new that I think was a failure. I think the boxes were too expensive for the packs being smaller, and they printed way too much of the product if they were going to do it that way. I think that Pokemon handles their 0.5 sets a lot better, where they do like only bundles or only elite trainers is what they call them, but Magic has bundles. Pokemon also has bundles, but they're smaller than a Magic bundle.
Sure.
Their elite trainers are closer to what a Magic bundle would be, the fat pack.
Okay.
And so when Pokemon does a 0.5 set, like Shadow Fable, Black and White that just came out and went crazy, Prismatic Evolutions, which went even crazier, all those sets don't have boxes. They only have the small product.
Oh, okay.
Because they're smaller sets typically.
Sure. And
so you have to go like the elite trainers, and they're typically harder to find. They print less of it because there's less cards and whatnot. So like if they had printed Assassin's Creed as just collector boxes and then like bundles and like commander decks, which it didn't have commanders for some fucking reason. I think the product would have been way better. The Epilogue booster was a failure, but they were trying something. So like I said, trying to be like generous with them experimenting, right? At the same time, they released it like right after Modern Horizons 3, like a month.
Oh,
like
yeah, it was. I remember it being super close.
Yes, because this was when we had that 20-week period of March of the Machine standard, if you remember that.
Yeah.
So like we went from like March of the Machine comes out, we didn't get Wilds of Eldraine for 20 fucking weeks, remember? And we were so excited when Wilds came out. We're like, oh
finally,
my god,
yeah.
Woo, the format's different. Because like Aftermath was coped that it was different, like only barely different.
No, it was like not different at all. Yeah,
and the product was very poorly received. So you got poorly received product, one of the best sets of all time. And then Assassin's Creed, which is also supposed to compete with Modern Horizons as it's a direct-to-modern set. Not going to happen. Not enough of the cards were relevant. I think only like 1 or 2 were getting played in Modern at the time. And the set was the same format of the one that just failed. So you have like this culmination of problems that just made Assassin's Creed, besides the collector boxes, really flop. And now the set's finally picking up. The boxes are finally coming up to like what the price is supposed to be after it's been gone for so long.
That's good.
So
Some
I started
of the cards are sweet. Like I love the Fatal Pushes.
Yeah, it's got a lot of cool cards, and now a lot of them are going up, like Excalibur and stuff, because Commander players want the cards. Not enough people were ripping it, obviously, and people are finally finding niches and uses for a lot of these cards. More players are joining the game, and people like Assassin's Creed, so that's kind of how that goes. But Spider-Man was supposed to be that style. So like in theory, it could have also been like, oof, that could have, like, imagine how bad that'd be if Spider-Man was coming out. It's like, oh, whoopsies, we did it again. Like,
well, and I mean, I wonder too, for Wizards' sake, if because of like their partnership with Disney, that they were like, we can't fail.
Right. No,
100%. There's no way that we can fail on this.
Mm-hmm. I am absolutely certain that did put the fire in their ass to change it. But I think more of it has to do with the fact that they can't fail because they're only going to have this one chance to print the product. They have to make as much money from the product for the IP that they're paying for as possible. So that's not necessarily a Disney thing as much as like, hey, this didn't work, fix it. And I'm like, hey, you know what? More power to them. They actually
and it's going to cost something to them because I'm sure that them paying for the rights for this are probably much more than them paying for the rights for some of the other IP.
Guaranteed. I'm pretty sure they 100%. Probably pay more for Spider-Man than any other set. I'm actually I think I would be willing to bet they paid more for Spider-Man so much that I'm actually surprised the boxes aren't more expensive. Like, because like wholesale price,
Sure.
Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if they're like, oh, it's $20 more because we had to pay Disney this much. Maybe they are going to make up for that with volume. Who knows? Maybe that's why we can't get any products.
I think that they probably will. I mean, we were debating about it in the Discord a few weeks ago of like how it was going to sell compared to Final Fantasy. And Sal was like, oh, I think it could outsell Final Fantasy. And I believe it.
I don't know. It depends on how much other products other stores are getting because my numbers were pretty bad.
Like low?
Really bad.
Well, I'm so glad. Get me on your list, buddy. Podcast perks.
Well, Play Boosters, okay.
Okay.
Play Boosters are okay. I guess I'll just say it since people watch a lot and just like the store owners talk, but I normally get like about 100 collector boxes of a set, and that's because Todd and I are like value the collector booster. We don't mind if it sits on the shelf.
Sure.
They are the best packs. It's one of the coolest things they've ever done. So like back in the day, we would get like 40 or 50, and we just started ramping the number up because we're like, you know what? They always sell through, and it's like the best thing we could do with our allocation, right?
Sure.
So Final Fantasy, we got a lot of them. Not quite 100, but a lot of collector boxes. So I was like, boom, 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 get rid of them. Let's list them.
Yeah.
We were worried the set wasn't going to sell.
A Final Fantasy?
Yeah. Like, I mean, a year before it came out, we're like, dude, this is so expensive. If this doesn't sell, we are going to close the store. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, our bill was like really expensive. Sure. Let's just say our bill was a lot.
I believe it.
I'd have to pull the invoice to remember how much it was. I closed my eyes. That many. But anyways, yeah, Spider-Man. So Edge of Eternities, remember they totally fucked my ass on the collector boxes. I got 28 collectors of Edge of Eternities, and that was like I was like, are you serious? Like, we had to do refunds. That's how bad it was. And so with Spider-Man, they gave me 33. more than Edge.
Not by much.
But I was already telling people like, hey, expect limit 1 per person, but I didn't think it was going to be like that bad. I got less boxes of play boosters than I did than Edge though, so I will not be able to rip any products for the store. I have to hold it all, and I'm already pre-planning on like holding 3 cases for like the limited players since we haven't had consistent draft with like a format. I want to be like, hey, for sure, Spider-Man.
I'm really bummed that I will be. I've got my show starting, so I won't be able to like be here for drafts.
Good, that's one less person soaking up my Spider-Man packs.
But I am really happy that you're doing that because that was one of the things that like I know Gabe kind of memed me the other day for being like he's given up on limited, but like part of like playing for the playmat was because like I don't know, like I remember when me and Gabe were really fighting it out over Bloomborough and it came down to the pre-release weekend that I couldn't go to.
Mm-hmm.
It was for Bloomborough. Like it was the Bloomborough playmat for Bloomborough. And like I've been like, I don't know, like the past like since Darkier, it's been like not consistent of what we're playing because the product just hasn't been there. And that's not your fault.
Right.
But like,
well, in theory it is. I could be holding a certain amount of product for that specifically. It's just like that I've been kind of like asking the draft players, like, well, what are you guys cool with? Like chaos, whatever, like what I have available, like what do you guys want? How much can I get away with? And like I'm fortunate that our crowd is really cool because then I can be like, well, I have to take the boxes from somebody, like somebody's not going to get a box in order for X, Y, and Z to happen. Is the only issue with the product availability. But at the same time, it's like it's an intricate skill, balancing the supply and demand thing. Like I don't envy the guy who has to be on the team of like how much product are we making, you know what I mean, every time. Well, maybe I would love to be on that team probably because I think I'd be pretty good, but like that's probably a lot of work, like doing all that research, all that data, sifting through all of the numbers and being like, this is how much we need to make. This is how much wave 1 needs to be, blah, blah, blah. Like, obviously they have probably some amount of keep them wanting more energy, but at the same time, I kind of like just a little bit more, It's just hard because like sometimes I feel like they do print enough and then there's just like scalpers or like people that are just hoarding it, They're just like, I'm going to sit on these and make them go up and then I'm going to be like, ooh, 200 a box. And it's like, can you rope? You know what I mean? Like, so like there's a little bit of that, I'm sure, going around. And then I hear people say, which I don't think is true, but I hear people say like distributors also like withhold product on purpose to drive up the prices. And I'm like, well, my distributors never charged me more, like on account of the boxes being limited. If they have them, they have them. They charge me wholesale. Yeah. So like, if that's happening, it's not happening to me. Yeah, so like, and I'm not a big store, but I'm also not a small store. We order a decent amount of product.
Yeah, no, you do.
I think we spend like, if I'm estimating, I want to say like $500,000 a year we spend with distribution on sealed product. That might include like Giant Shield stuff, so maybe take that with a grain of salt. But it's still like a lot of money. So I would like probably see it in my invoices if they were upcharging me on boxes that they were hiding, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Pokemon, like when I get the Pokemon, it's at a fair price. So like I'm always happy to hook it up to my locals.
Yeah. So that's really awesome that it'll like be back for those players because like I always have and will always have like a strong love for limited. I think it's a really awesome format that like too many people hate on.
Yeah. Although I feel like lately it's hard to hate it, man. They've been just cooking.
Oh, for sure. So it's just this is the golden years. I mean, even there's been a couple. I mean, not everyone is happy with Edge, and I kind of agree with that statement. But for the most part, like
but like if Edge is the bad set, it's like damn, these are good.
Right. I mean, compared to when we were doing, what was it?
New Capenna.
No. I mean, New Capenna was bad. New Capenna was terrible.
Because I think about
but, like, I mean, like,
remember when Flashback Concept here came to Arena?
When you were doing like you were block drafting.
Block drafts. Oh god, no.
Yeah, that was really the pits.
That's gonna make me throw my prescription glasses at a wall.
And that was when we weren't playing for limited. Like limited was just something that happened.
Yeah.
But they didn't design around it. Versus now they do design around it.
Yeah, I mean they like designed it for limited, but it was ass. Yeah, this is good now. And honestly, limited should have always been about the 3-pack. They should have never done this whole block thing. It's like, okay, we're doing Dragon's Maze now. We're not doing Gate Crash, you know, like that should have always been the case, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. What's it called? So we got to talk about the Assassin's Creed thing with the Spider-Man thing. What's it called? Oh my God.
Wait a minute, you got blasted by this?
What do you mean? Yeah, did I not tell you?
No,
Dude.
because I was just looking at one being like, I want one of those.
Oh, yeah. You were watching me do that?
Yeah.
You saw how long that took me?
Forever.
Yes, because I got blasted.
Okay.
So Ultimate Guard in their fucking glory, totally, I'm so mad. Okay.
Calm down. I gotta breathe.
I'm fine. I'm just pretending to crash out. But so it's kind of actually really funny, but also a little bit annoying. But as you can see, I have a bunch of boxes back there. I always have to like Chris Commerce, if you were trying to order products on my website in the last week, may have noticed it was down for like multiple hours every single day for like the last week, which is awesome. We love that. But they don't always help me when it comes to like POS management in terms of like making SKUs or like making like the product lines and already having imported the SKUs and the barcodes and all that stuff. They do that with the singles, which is kind of nice, you know, even if they're slow sometimes and they're always broken, they do more or less do that. And you can talk to Todd if you want to hear the real complaints about the singles. But for me, I'm trying to import like boulders, sidewinders, Dragon Shields, whatever. New color just came out. Let me put this in the system. Okay, I'm going to go to Dragon Shield's website. I'm going to look up the new Superman sleeves. I'm going to look up Blossom, Gooseberry, all the new sleeves, right?
Gooseberry.
Boom. That's one of the cards I
saw. Yeah.
So you saw like the new arrival section, right? That's just me grinding out that, making sure they're scannable, making sure they're in my system, making sure you can buy them on the website, etc. I have to do that for pretty much every SKU. And usually it's like, okay, well, this is going to take me an amount of time, but I can try to go fast. And part of what helps me is like the manufacturer websites. So I can go to Dragon Shield and be like, Superman, all the sleeves. Here's the 2 new ones. Click. Here's the SKU. Here's the description. Copy paste. Here's a photo. I can screen cap it if their photo sucks, or I can download the image if the photo's good, and then upload the photo. So the POS item has a photo on it. You can see the photo on the website, so you can actually see what the product looks like. And I need like barcode, item description, SKU, and then like a couple other things. And the more the better, because then you as a customer can see like all the information. I have it in one spot for you. I'm doing this for the Harry Potter decks or the deck boxes that just come out. They're honestly really nice. The Harry Potter
the houses.
Yeah, sorry, Harry Potter houses collab they just did. Ultimate Guard. That's the artwork that they were just crashing out over too. That's so funny. That's the artwork that was on the article.
The artwork they were crashing out
on the article. Well, that was a different thing. That was an AI thing. I'll explain that in a second. So as far as the AI thing, that art, I guess the artist drew it, and then for the deck box,
I knew
they expanded it with AI, I guess. And there was like a crash out. I don't think people.
One of the artists commented being like, I would have
just done it.
I would have done it for like $200.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't that big a deal. But for better or for worse, they AI'd to like get the wraparound, like that little portion.
Yep.
Probably just out of laziness, you know, more than anything. But yeah, it was kind of cringe. And I will give them that. That was pretty cringe. Like
super cringe.
Just fucking hit the artist up. They probably would have been like, boop, boop, 2 seconds. You know, I know whenever we have a finishing touch with our artists for the playmats at the store, we're like, hey, can you adjust this? It's usually like, yep. And he doesn't even always charge for like last minute adjustments as long as they're like within a reasonable window.
Yeah.
And he charges a fair price for us to buy the artworks. But so that was that controversy. This one was so dumb. I was like, whatever. But I'm literally like looking up. I'm like, okay, Harry Potter deck boxes, Ultimate Guard, Google. It's like nothing's coming up. Then I find a couple links. Oh, perfect. There it is. Click link. 404, not found. Well, you took me to the website at least. At least I'm on Ultimate Guard's website. Harry Potter, search. No idea what you're talking about. I'm like, this product just came out. There's no way it's already not on your website. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? I search again, and I'm like, specifically, I look up the SKU, actually like the SKU, and then like Ultimate Guard, deck box, like full like search. And the first thing that comes up is like a Reddit post. It was like, Ultimate Guard removed their Harry Potter lines from the website. I was like, what? So I'm reading. I'm like, well, why? Something must have happened. It's broken. Maybe the barcodes are broken or something. I'm reading and it's like, oh, people were crashing out on Blue Sky and freaking out at Ultimate Guard. So because of J.K. Rowling.
Oh, of course.
Dude, I was like...
when you said Blue Sky, I was like, is it because it's Harry Potter? And
yes, dude. Rowling? Yes. It was literally... Dude,
it was the first thing I thought before you even finished the sentence.
I was so mad. I was like, really, dude? Like, what the fuck?
I was just about to ask if Blue Sky was still a website people used.
Yeah, like...
I haven't...
There's like 30 people on it.
I haven't heard anything about it in like a few months.
It's like Truth Social. It's like there's like 20 people on that one and 20 people on the other one.
Well, because like people on Twitter, crash out and then be like, we gotta go to Blue Sky. And like, but I haven't heard that in a while from like the Magic community, which is like usually that's the only thing I'm on Twitter for.
I don't even use social media. I think that these people are mentally ill. And the reason why they are struggling so much is because they're addicted to social media.
Well, I think a lot of people like just not just Blue Sky, but a lot of people
all of it. I think all of it's cancer.
My gosh.
Facebook, Instagram, all of it.
100%.
I think these people are just doom scrolling their life away, and it's a sickness.
You know about
it is a sickness.
You know about my thing, right?
Yeah, you have like a limit.
Yeah, I only have like a total of 20 minutes across all my socials for every day.
Dude, I have to use Facebook for the business, and honestly, I'd delete it if I would like only use Messenger. Like I would delete Facebook. Because I don't post personal stuff anyway. If I didn't have the store,
except the podcast.
True, but like I love messaging my family members. I love seeing family, especially like I have family in Mexico that I can never see, but Facebook connects us, But like these social media sites, I think we're finally seeing how like bad they are for your mental health, based on like how the millennials are. Like our generation. It's just like, dude, you guys are dying. Also, you have like 10 hours of free time a day to be on Twitter. You're probably doing okay. You're probably doing all right. Because like in some places they don't get to eat, but you get to be on social media all day. It's okay. It's going to be all right. And we're crashing out over Harry Potter. Like it's just a bunch of fucking wizards. Like who cares? Seriously, I was like, fuck, like I don't have any info. Now I'm like, Amazon, please tell me you have something. This guy's website, Southern Hobby, like my distributor, please tell me you have at least most of it. They had some, and then I got like pieced it all together. But that took me so much extra time because like piece, and now my life's ruined. They're like, fuck Stan in particular. J.K. Rowling gets paid. I had to waste an hour of time because people were mad on Blue Sky, and so I was just like, what the fuck, man? So yeah, I didn't get to even finish all my work because that took an extra hour. And then I was like reading the post. Or reading some stuff about it just because I wanted to make sure that was the only reason, like there had to be more. MTG Rocks, I guess, is like a fan website for like Magic articles.
Okay.
They had an article about it. And so I also saw that link. I was like, oh, let me read this. Maybe there's more info. Dude, it was the cringiest shit I've ever read in my life, bro. Like part of the article was like, it appears that this is like an IP, like I forgot the exact quote, but it was like, it appears they licensed the IP. And so therefore J.K. Rowling is getting paid out of this. Ick, and it's like, well, what the fuck? Do you think they stole Harry Potter? Like, Ultimate Guard's not about to run a lawsuit for fucking fun, bro. Like, obviously they licensed the IP.
Has anyone been crashing out about Dragon Shield using all the house sleeves?
That was a long time ago. That was like 3 years ago now. But
not that long ago.
Listen, crash outs on Twitter or all these websites, they only last like 2 weeks before they're on to the next thing, bro. I've learned to just ignore it, but man, it is so frustrating when it affects me like that. I'm like, I was ready to crash out. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, what the fuck? It was such a nothing. And then like, I had to just vent. I literally was like, Frank, I'm going to have a lot to talk about tonight.
Oh yeah. Okay. So now I understand. Because I remember seeing that and being like, oh no, this is going to be more than an hour.
Yeah. Cause like even the comments on their post were like, it was. I told them. I said, sorry. But yeah, so like even the comments, like one of the comments that had me laughing was like, you guys are still mad about J.K. Rowling? Y'all motherfuckers wipe back to front. It had me rolling. And then like somebody commented like, what do you mean they licensed it? Like, do you think they're going to steal the IP? Like, yeah, like, what do you, of course. Like all the comments were like,
Even
this
better.
is so stupid.
Let's
Or
do-
you're virgins, you guys play Magic, like the normal, that kind of shit. You know, like I stopped playing Magic when I started touching girls. It's like you gotta chill, bro, and do not touch girls. Like Jesus Christ, rephrase that.
You know what? The next thing will be people are going to crash out over, deck boxes that no one cares about. They're going to make the like Hogwarts, but the American schools. Like
American schools?
Yeah, you know that there's
There's a Hogwarts in NA?
Yeah.
Holy, what's the Mexican house?
I do know that I think my house in America is called Pukwudgie.
Pukwudgie?
Yeah.
That's like Aztec for sure. Welcome.
That's Aztec.
I didn't know there was. I knew there was like, because I remember Goblet of Fire. Like, this is the school for all girls, and this is the school for the Russian guys.
It's called Ilvermorny. Ilvermorny is the U.S.
Is this like a Fantastic Beasts thing or something? Because I didn't watch those.
I think they mention it
In the books?
No, they mention it in
the
Fantastic
movies.
Beasts, but like we never go there see it.
I remember watching the first one, I think, and like they had a Muggle with them, and then the guy they try to wipe his memory, but then they end up
located in Mount Greylock, Massachusetts.
Okay, Boston.
Oh, and Pukwudgies. What's the other houses? Keep going.
This is important, guys. Let me just make sure I talked about everything. Yeah, crashed out about Harry Potter. Yep, check. I did my crash out. Crashed out about Assassin's Creed. Check. Spider-Man. Check. Oh, I guess sports cards. More bonus owner talk. A lot of people have been giving me feedback saying that they like when we talk about like the owner stuff and like the running the game store kind of stuff. And go ahead.
The 4 houses are Horned Serpent, Wampus, Thunderbird, and Pukwudgie.
Okay, Thunderbird for sure is like NA. Like that's for sure the United States one.
Oh, but that's not allowed anymore.
No, that's my ancestors, bro.
But that's the Pukwudgie.
That's awesome. That's like some Aztec tribe leader, dude. I love that. That guy is gonna rip somebody's heart out while they're alive. That's awesome. What was the other one? Humpus? Yeah, that one's like
Wampus.
Seattle. Wampus, yeah, that's like for sure. Like that one is that's the
Hufflepuffs.
Yep.
But I'm the Hufflepuff.
Anyways, yeah. So we begin a lot of feedback from people, which I appreciate. Thank you. And for those that reached out, let me know that you guys watch. It does mean the world. Like when people come into the store, like, oh, I was watching the episode. Like honestly, it's like I don't really say anything because I'm the most humble streamer of all time, most humble YouTuber, rank 1 humbleness.
Rank 1 humble.
But I never really say anything in the moment, but it always kind of like internally, like I'm like, that's awesome, you know? Like I just like I'm not really a wholesome person. Not kidding. I lied. I love wholesome stuff. I'd be crying during animes and shit, but like when people are like complimenting me, I guess I'm like quick to change the subject. Like, oh, let's talk about something else, you know? And since I'm already doing the store owner thing, I'm like, well, what are you in here for? Well, let's get some cards. So I'll be like, oh, awesome. What'd you think? You know, let me know your input if they're in person. But it's awesome. It's really nice whenever people do that. I do like it. I can imagine like if you get too popular, it gets annoying. But when it happens to me, I'm like, no, dude, I like this. And I guess it's because I work retail, so like I'm already just used to being forced to interact with people. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And so that a lot of people that I've been talking to, specifically one of our buddies, Alex, who does drafts, he was saying like, oh, he's like, I can't wait till people catch on to you guys because you actually leak like the tech. You talk about like how it's like to run a game store and what the product looks like and what getting allocation is like. And I guess not a lot of people are creating that kind of content.
No.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know, but...
Well, that's because most of the content creators are players.
I guess that's true, but, like, we're kind of like a mix of both. Like, I've been playing for a long time, and now I'm doing, like, the other side of it. But I feel like people can get, like, inside information or do interviews. Like, I would gladly do interviews, you know, for people. But I've heard other podcasts where people talk about, like, running game stores with Todd before. So, like, I'm surprised there isn't that much content about it. Maybe it's not as popular. It's just, like, playing Commander, but... that was some of the feedback I got. I was like, well, I'm happy to talk about this. I don't really keep that many secrets. honestly, about the store. I mean, especially if I get to vent, I'm always happy to talk about stuff. But
well, and I think that the thing that is good about that, and like part of why it's good for our content, is because I think that one of the things that you and I both really cared about when we started doing this is the education.
yeah, true.
Is like even this past week, Dom was DMing me. I signed up for like a Pixie guide.
Yeah.
And I paid $10 for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, can you like send me that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'll screenshot it and send it to you. I don't care that like I paid for it and you're not."
Sure.
Like I said, we're winning together. Like
Right.
I want us all to be better. I'm not trying to be like, "No, these are my secrets. I paid for it."
Although I would be careful with that specifically because, like, I think people will get, I think people might get butthurt about the idea of like, oh, somebody paid for this, and theoretically he should also be paying for it.
Well, yeah.
In theory, like, I would say like, no, I'm not saying what he did is a bad thing, but I think that
it feels bad for the content creator that like
I think
that did the work
now
for
that
it.
Now that we're talking about it, kind of like I think in theory. I mean, everybody always password shares, you know.
Oh, for sure.
But like, I if I like posted a deck list guide or a deck guide like on Tron or something, and then people were like sharing it, I don't think I would care if people were sharing it because I'd be happy that people were talking about my list. So like, I think I kind of look at it like a Mr. Beast thing, where I don't know how like terminally online you are, but like there's like really big YouTubers, right? And there are channels that are just literally just steal their content, repost it.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just take their same post, no edits, repost it somewhere else. XQC clips, Asmongold clips, whatever your favorite creator is, clips.
Yep.
Or like take them and post it on like the Chinese version. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what their TikTok is called, but
every single like actor has like their fan accounts where like literally it's just someone else who's a fan who's taking their photos and being like boop, boop,
well, I don't know if the fan accounts make money, but like you can make a lot of money on like TikTok just reposting somebody else's memes or even changing the language. A lot of times people like take the channel, change the language, subtitles, repost, and they're making revenue on it. And so in theory you're like, wow, they're stealing, right? But what some of the higher level creators like Mr. Beast, like the really, really wealthy ones, were saying were like their argument against it was, well, I don't care if somebody steals my content and reposts it because all they're doing is advertising it for me. They're literally like free adding me.
Well, yeah, because no one is going to go searching for the repost channel. Everyone, when they go, they type.
Well, you might also have had your first interaction on this other platform, and then that's the gateway.
Yeah.
So like, it is a little weird, but at the same time, it's like, oh, you're telling Dom, like, this guy is really good at Pixie. Now Dom's going to start following that guy on Twitter. Well, he might be like, hey, I really did really well with this list. I got it from Frank. He got it from this guy.
Yeah, and the other difference is I'm not, like, publicly being like, hey, here's this guide that I made.
Exactly.
Like, no, I was just like, hey, here's some tips for, like, what you should play on your sideboarding in a DM I sent him.
Right, exactly. That's why I wanted to bring it up since you brought that up. I was like, well, we should probably talk about that since it's something that is important to people. And I also do care about it in some degree. Like there's a certain amount of like there's something a line, you know, where it's like this is no longer for use, and then you're also like kind of being a bitch. But that's cool though. Like I like when people are sharing their lists and everybody gets to get like a little bit more notoriety. I always wish I would have like more time to play. Get my name out there, you know, as a player more than just an owner. But I am happy to be just a store owner facilitating the gameplay. Honestly, I do have a good time when people are having fun in my store.
Well, it's just, I don't know. I think that's part of the dynamic that we bring is that like I do the playing, tournaments, and you know,
I get to watch you guys and live vicariously,
and then we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I still push you to the days that you can actually come because my most fun I play with Magic is usually when Stan comes out.
Don't worry. We're getting close. We're getting really close to me being able to just like hire a full timer that I can trust to cover me. We're getting close. One day I'll be willing to let that happen.
Someday soon.
TM. I was gonna tell a store owner story, but I think we can save it for another episode.
Yeah.
If people read the show notes, I want to remind me later. I'll save it for another time. Since this one went longer than we thought, and Frank has to go to bed for work.
Yeah, I gotta run.
Oh yeah, and he has to run. I forgot he has to do that marathon thing. He had the shingles. Now he has to run again.
I know.
All right. Well, anyways, that's pretty much the show. Anything else you wanted to touch on before we do shout-outs?
No.
Awesome.
Shout it out.
Well, in that case, shout-outs as always to our patrons. You guys are the best. And shout-outs to the viewers who are with us for the ride. Shout-outs to our boy Sal from MTG Chicago. Please check out his channel. Give him a sub. He's doing God's work, posting all of our videos there. You can probably see our RCQ footage, or most of it, already on the YouTube channel.
Wow.
I think it takes him
that
about
man cooks.
He cooks really fast, and he took the SD cards with him on Saturday. So, I mean, most of it's probably already up, and I think he labels it when it's the RCQ too, so like you'll know what round it was and whatnot, and you can hear us rambling in the background. Great dude, and honestly, pretty fun content. It's awesome. We got people coming in like, oh, I saw your guys' videos. I want to play. Let's get you on camera, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Nancy Steroids for the intro and outro music. Shout out to Boar Gaming for letting us record here. If you want to support the store, you can always check out our website. Good luck getting sealed products from me in the near future.
You can definitely
support us by buying singles. I will gladly ship you singles or whatever I have, honestly. If I have it, I'd love to ship it to you. Any orders on the website are always appreciated. Especially if you guys leave us notes. I will even throw in like free tokens because you guys are the best. I love the notes I get when people are like, oh, I'm a fan from New Jersey or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's so cool. Shout outs to the YouTube channel. Like, comment, subscribe, please. One more time. Throw it out there. And then I'm forgetting stuff.
No, that's it, man.
Patrons, viewers, Sal, Nancy Steroids, Borsat.
That's it, brother.
I think so. I can say so. And well, anyways, love you guys. Catch you next time.
Yeah, thank you so much for tuning into our show. Next time we'll probably hear us for Spider-Man. Exciting. Have a good one.
Peace.